So we're rolling now.
Yep, we're rolling, babe. What you got? I love you, Bill.
Hey, Gloria and I were, we were with our grandkid.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of them this weekend. But I heard good things about the tea. Did you like it?
It was fantastic. Oh, the people were so sweet, so kind. It was just good, just getting to share like we do and
but there's something about sharing at that close of a level.
Yeah. Now I did hear that people that had seen me on the tour forever said it was so good to get you up close, intimate, because it's just not like singing a song. And so it was great, and it was it's funny because I love my Gloria and love you guys, and Gloria has told me you guys were with Simon for the weekend, which was a priority. That's what you need to be doing. And then I was like, Gloria's not going to be here. I can just do what I want to do. But no, I didn't. I kept it on the up and up. So it was good. We did a lot of the old songs, a couple of new songs. And I read I have a new kids book, and so I read that, and that was just a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just great.
With our tours, we have changed from the very beginning. We started out 60s with the trio.
Yeah.
Then we had the Sandy Patty. Sandy was with us for about 10 years.
Long time.
Carmen was with us about 4 or 5 years. Don Francisco was there 3 or 4 years.
Wow, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then let's see Buddy Green has been in and out.
Yes.
For many years. You were there for what, about 10 years?
No, I was on that tour for like 16 years.
Okay.
A long time. Yeah.
And because you'd been there so long, we haven't had you on the last few years.
Yeah.
But I just checked with Gina and to see how we were on this Christmas, on this upcoming Christmas tour, and we got a place for you if you'd like to do it. Could you do it?
I'm all there.
Yeah.
I'm all there. It's gonna be good.
We've got Buddy, and we got Mark.
I'm on the Christmas tour. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so excited.
She's on the Christmas tour, folks.
Hey guys,
tickets are on sale right now.
Right now. You know what? It doesn't get old for me. I'm so excited.
I'll be honest with you. We get people asking nightly, now is Linda going to be here?
I know, but the thing is, you have to.
You did
what you did. Yeah, and I have. The cool thing is, we're going to always be family, forever friends, and so there's no love loss. Mm-hmm. And I understand the whole thing, how people that get used to the same stuff over and over and over again, when you make a change, it's kind of like they're weirded out, but I'm not.
The crazy thing about the vocal band is that I'll make changes. Mm-hmm. I mean, changes happen. Like David's been there 18 years, and so this last spring he said, I need to go do something else, So I'm really concerned. So I asked the guy, he said, go back to the table, because when the thing's over, I go back and put on my sleep machine.
And then you're gone. Darth Vader.
But I say, well, did they say anything? And did they ask about David? And some people say, yeah, they did. But at the same time, they'll say, Guy's not with you anymore. Well, Guy's been gone
a long time.
Or they'll say, Mark Lowry's not with you. Well, Mark, he's like warts. He's in and out.
He's in and out. Exactly.
So the people have been very, very kind to me. They know it's always going to be good. But
because they trust that you're bringing the right people. You really have. I'm not just saying this. I'm talking to you and talking to everybody, but you just have this ability, Bill, to put people front and center. It doesn't, you're not hung up on, because you even say, I think you sing well, but you don't claim to be like a great singer, and I don't even, for that matter. Yeah. But God's given you the ability to bring people together, and it works. And you know the timing of who sings what, and sometimes I'd say, I get in so we'll sit on stage, and I've been with you so long that sometimes I'm feeling, okay, after somebody gets up and sing, I'm thinking, it would be so good if Bill would slide this song in there, and then you'll slide that particular song in. The way you just flow, it's just so great. I love it.
Can I give you permission on any time on the second half when you're feeling something and you feel as though the Lord's speaking through you, for you to simply say, hey, Bill, could I say something? I'd love to hear you talk. You might want to introduce Buddy singing something else. I don't know, but that's good. But the reason I'm excited about this Christmas tour would be Buddy, Mark, and the vocal band. Have you heard the current vocal band?
No, not, but I love Reg too.
Well,
I love Reggie.
Reggie is so much fun.
Yeah,
you know,
he is.
I mean, obviously, David Phelps, one of the greatest singers of all time.
Absolutely.
But the people are saying, you keep messing with my head. I keep coming in thinking this thing is going to go down, and it comes in, and it's just different. You know, I mean, Reggie's not David, and
David's not Reggie. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so the vocal band will be there, and that'll be great. The Martins.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
So the Martins and Charlotte Ritchie, and Kevin and Gene McDonald.
That would be my honor.
I think that's a great Christmas tour.
That's a great Christmas tour. I'm honored. You know, it just didn't get old. One thing I did share with the people at the T-Bill was how I met Gloria all the many years ago. And she said on stage, she said, I love you, I want to take you home. I'm like, I'm not going to believe her because I'm sure she didn't mean that. When I did the first taping, we could all barely fit in the room. And I didn't know how you worked and flowed at the time and everything. He said, baby, I want you to sing a song. I said, cool, yeah, that'd be great. I remember sitting on the steps because there weren't any chairs. I was just honored to be there. And I sat kind of poised for about 3 days because I just didn't know, not like I had to be on, but I didn't know. And so I sat there, and so after it was over, and they were cracking up when I said, after it was over, you came up and gave me the biggest kiss on my face. She said, honey, I had to get the old timers on. So I didn't make it that year. But the next year, when I sang One Day Jesus, and I said the rest is history, but this is not old to me. This is still fresh and alive. And I just feel, I'm just super blessed. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I just feel so honored to be here all these years. Yeah. And when you mentioned David after 18 years, it was probably, Bill, 4 years ago, because we were taking care of my mom at the time. She was not well. And I was on stage singing at one of your concerts, and nothing had happened. Nobody did anything, but something was starting to churn. And I thought, you know, I don't know. I just think something's shifting, and I mentioned that to my husband, and he said, as he was driving the bus, God had put it on his heart to start a church in Kansas City. And we started the Bible studies in our home, and then I came off the road and the full-time thing with you guys. It's kind of a mutual thing, and so this is just great. I'm just, you know, you never lose touch, and that's what I love about it. I love it.
You know, we've always been about bringing people together.
Yeah.
And Gloria loves those teas because she says, Bill, there is a type of a person that comes to those that would not come to a regular concert. You know?
Yeah.
And somebody said the other day, said, what do you want them to say about you when you're gone? And I said, oh, they could say a lot of things. I would hope somebody would say I was a bridge.
Yes. Same.
You know,
Bill, that's good.
You know, I helped a little bit to try to bring people. We live in a polarized world.
We do, Bill. Absolutely.
It's really polarized.
Yeah.
You know, the last prayer that Jesus prayed in John 17 was,
one.
Father, may they be one.
May they be one. Yeah. That's
and
so
we
good.
can, you know, we can try to preach it and articulate it, but the best way we can do it is just be it.
Just be it. Yeah. And you are, Bill, you are a bridge. I mean, you and Gloria both, in so many ways, have just been incredible in bringing people together, and even your concerts. I mean, you know, you don't have any political agenda or anything like that or nothing. You just come out and love people, and you sing the truth. And these songs, I'll tell you, know, they may be old, but they're great and they're true. And I tell people all the time, I'm not on the road doing this for this because this is old, but it's because I believe the message of the music, and you guys have been good at doing that and building those bridges and bringing people together.
Have you had a chance to get to know Todd?
A little bit. We've talked a little bit, but I love him. And you know what? His heart, Bill, he'll sing and tears will just stream. He's so tender. He's great. I love Todd. He's great.
To see this big mush. You know, he won championships. I don't know why I'm so impressed with physical strength. Maybe it's because I never could do that, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So when I see muscles, I go.
Okay. That's what could have been, baby. But no, he is, I just love his heart, you know, and it comes through in the music, and he's not there for the hype and applause. It's clearly that he has a relationship, you know, not only with, you know, the God of the music, but the relationship with the people, and that's what's really cool. But yeah, it's so cool just to see him. He's just a sweet guy.
On the cruises, he must, by the end of the cruise, have sat down with everybody on the cruise and had coffee with them, because they all come up and say, boy, the new guy, he is so friendly and so nice and so easy to be with.
Yeah, he really, and that's what you love. I mean, you're good at, people are talented that you bring on, Bill, but people that have hearts, care about people for the most part. You know, you're going to find folks in every group and crowd that's kind of weird that way, but Todd is definitely a people person. And I'm not saying that because you said that about him, but that's my kids. Like, Mom, can you just go into the store, get what you need and get out? Don't talk to everybody. But I got that from my parents too, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah.
That's Amy. We used to say that a good Christmas vacation, we used to say a good vacation for us.
Yeah.
Forget Christmas.
Yeah.
A good vacation for us is to come home and not add a new person to our Christmas card list.
That's so, I know.
Because Amy will make friends with everybody in the camp.
That's me. My husband shared with the congregation a couple of Sundays ago, and he said, this is no disrespect to my wife or anything. He says, he was talking about how friendly I am, and she said she would hug a tree, and I don't hug. I'm not a tree hugger, but he just, I love people.
I am.
Oh, you're a tree hugger?
I love trees.
I'm not a tree hugger. I'm like, oh, you know, but I do love people, Bill, and you know, at the table, I just, and I know you'll get, sometimes people come to the table and you'll get weird and odd stories. You get some of those. But the stories that keep me coming out are, this song got me through this. I was going through divorce. I was going through cancer. This happened. But this song got me through. Those are the stories that keep me at my table, loving people, keeps me playing it. Yeah.
And the word that you hear the most is through.
Through.
Right.
Absolutely. That's the operative word, through. Yeah. And just, it's amazing. I mean, I never dreamed, Bill, that all of this, I just never dreamed. I mean, I know Doug Oldham probably, how many years ago, mentioned, you need to get with Bill Gaither, and somebody else said that. And I'm like, well, God wants me to, he'll do it. He'll still, and this is what he's done. But that God on the Mountain song, you couldn't have told me the lifespan of that. Like, if I go anywhere and they know I'm connected with you, not many places I go that I'm not in the Gaither town or Gaither whatever, if I don't sing that song, people just, they don't think they've had a concert, and it's still very much alive. I love it. I'm glad you gave it to me. Yeah.
And you know what? On a Christmas tour, we sing a lot of Christmas songs.
Yeah.
But I think God on the Mountain is probably one of the best Christmas songs I've ever seen.
Absolutely. First, he's born when I sing that Go Tell on the Mountain, but God on the Mountain, because especially Christmas, people are going through depression, sadness sometimes, Bill, and sometimes they don't have, you know, and so that's a perfect song. And
We had a friend one time whose mother had committed suicide, and he was a very tender, sensitive person. And we said, "What are you doing Christmas Eve?" He said, "Nothing." So we'd like to come to we had a Christmas Eve gathering.
Yeah.
He said, "Yes." So he came, because you know what? For some reason, maybe it's just me, because when I was 6 or 7, at 5 or 6 maybe, it was 42 during the war, is my first memory of a Christmas. It was Christmas Eve at our family gathering, more than just mom and dad and our kids, but aunts and uncles, the larger family. We all met at our house, and they came in and said that Glenn, my cousin, had been killed in World War II. And I can remember, that. And the reason people say, "What is your favorite Christmas carol?" And I said, my favorite Christmas line is this: "The hopes and fears of all the years."
Yeah.
For some reason, on Christmas Eve, the intensity of worry is at its highest.
It's fear, and
the expectation of potential joy is at its highest.
Yes.
I mean, that is an emotional roller coaster from one side to the other. The hopes and fears of all the years. Yeah. So you're very sensitive to say during Christmas, do people need The God of the mountain is the God of the valley.
Bill.
So we'll sing that every night, okay?
Okay, that's go. Yeah, they'll be happy.
Oh, go tell on it. You got a great arrangement.
Yeah,
Go tell on
that's a good one too. That's a good one.
So that'd be good. Tell me about your new, I say record.
Yeah,
8-track.
Record, 8-track,
cassette.
CD. But okay,
LP.
Thanks to you guys. You guys are letting me borrow the homecoming name, but I'm doing a homecoming favorites and songs of inspiration series, and volumes 1, 2, and 3. And the first volume, Bill, I've done a few of your songs, and honestly, not to pride you, but when I was choosing them, I didn't know like all these songs were like Bill. Like, did you do Going Home? Did you write Going Home? I didn't know that. Do you remember the first time I recorded that on that old timeless? I don't know if you remember. You came in the studio that night. You said, "You want to do this song?" And then you started playing the. Sorry, I'm mocking Bill. But you played a couple notes on the piano. I said, "Bill, I don't know this song." You said, "Baby, it's really simple." Many times in my childhood. I was like, you started playing. So I did it again this time with a real band. Not that you were in a band. And then I did The Longer I Serve Him, Something Beautiful, Until Then, Hold to God's Unchanging Hand, a lot of Sheltered in the Arms of God. Do you remember My House is Full but My Field is Empty by Lainey Wolf? That I did that song, and a lot of great songs. So we're just gonna do a series, Bill, because we're getting a lot of feedback from people that they like some of those old songs, and so I think I'm gonna hope to do them justice. So, yeah.
What a talented family. I see Mike, your brother, from time to time.
Yeah.
For you who don't know, Michael Tait is the brother of Lynda. Lynda is not the sister of Michael Tait.
Yeah.
Tait is the brother of Lynda.
That's right.
And you know what? He wears that with pride.
Yeah.
You know, we did the taping last year over here in Studio C.
Yeah.
That
was so
that historical place where God seems to meet every time we go in there. And it's not about who's singing solos or anything.
Yeah.
Boy, the spirit of coming together there
it was powerful.
is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Your brother was amazing. Yeah. I mean, he's obviously in another world of music.
Sure.
You know, contemporary music with the
Newsboys. Yeah.
with the Newsboys doing what he does. But he was engaged from the moment we said go.
He couldn't, Bill, I'm not just saying this, he could not wait to get there to be a part of this. I mean, he shifted stuff around, and I was like, Mike, are you sure you're just coming off? He said, Chub, my nickname's Chub. He goes, Chub, baby, I want to do this. So he was just lit up. I mean, he wanted to be a part of it, absolutely. And it didn't matter if he sang or if he didn't sing, he just wanted to be a part of it. And so that was like, that was huge. And he is, we both we're older, but we still have that kid in the candy store mentality. It's just like we're alive. And sometimes you meet people, and I share this at the tea, you meet people, I've been a Christian for 35 years, and it's just like, this really sad. And it's not putting on, because we have struggles like everybody else, but Michael was so engaged. He did South Africa with us, remember? He was so moved. When I say he's proud of me, not promoting me, patting me on the back, but he's like, Chub, babe. He, almost every night at his concert, he sings a little version of God on the Mountain at Newsboys concerts. He does some kind of little cool thing, one of his songs. And even though the kids from that crowd, a lot of their parents and grandparents know me, they may not recognize it, but he is so thrilled about that little country song. And but he's engaged, and when I see him in concert, that's just who he is. That's who he is. Yeah, very much so.
Did somebody ding me? Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
You know, we do a lot of things here in this little town, but one of the most important things we do is we raise.
You can work that phone too.
See, I'm getting better.
You good, Bill?
I mean, people don't think I'm technical.
That's pretty good.
One of the things we do is we raise black swan, which are very, very rare. Did you see them out on the pond?
Well, yeah, I saw them kind of getting after each other too. Like.
Oh yeah, yeah. But there are two that are nesting, and see, there are the eggs. Can you come in there?
Wow.
You see the eggs?
Those are that. Wow.
let's see, 1, 2, 3. I think we got 4 eggs. I only see 3 there, but I'm sure we got 4.
I saw 2 of them in a jealous rage yesterday, I think.
Yeah,
what do they do when they, why do they, because I saw 2 that seemed like they were kind of huddled up together. I don't know if they were kissing or anything like that, but they were just huddled in there, and they were like picking at each other's backs, and they were having such a great time. And all of a sudden, this other one comes over and just, and I was looking out of the window of the A-frame, I was like, leave him alone. That's my husband's ring. It's like for a big, macho man.
It's bad to the bone.
That's
bad.
what I'm saying.
Hey, Larry, I'm in the middle of doing an interview. Let me call you right back because we're coming to Texas this weekend, and I want to talk to you. Okay?
Oh, that's my friend
Okay.
Larry. That's my friend Larry.
Okay. Hey, I'm with Larry.
Larry Rice. That's Larry.
I'm with Lynda. Larry, are you there? Yeah, and Lynda Randle says, hey, and she'll see you this weekend, okay? Hey, now, how do I turn this on vibrate? No, here, no, wait.
Get that, please get that on
Hey,
camera.
look, I do voice activating. Text Lynda Randle. No, wait. Okay. Text.
Y'all pray for Bill. He's doing pretty good. He's
Who would you like to tell?
Oh, that's Bill.
Whom?
Yeah, he would be English. You gotta get it grammatically correct. Bill, so why did the swan attack the, like, why do they're jealous? They just what
They
is
just
that
play.
about? They play. But he wasn't playing. This one was pretty upset.
Well, there are times when it goes. Was there any food involved?
No, there were 2 were huddled up together, just hanging out, just having a great time, and then this one just came, and I just thought it was like, I don't know, I don't have swans, so, but it's pretty fun to watch, pretty fun.
They seem to know. I mean, they negotiate their spaces.
Yeah, I know.
And they seem to. Hey, there's a roll of tape. Is that tape there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, Bill. I'm so sorry, Bill. You're funny. Like that has nothing to do with like anything. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That would be something my mother would do. She'd say like the blinds. I'm sorry. Like if the blinds were pulled up in our home and they weren't like exactly the way, and she'd just be sitting there and she'd say, Lynda, and I said, yeah, baby. She said, baby, can you straighten the blinds? I said, Mom, the blinds are it's okay, but she had to have it just even. So yeah.
I have come to the conclusion at 81 years old.
You look, Bill. You look great. Seriously, I'm not just saying.
But
that.
I'm ADD.
Yeah, but you, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I had them laughing at the tea because I told them I was kind of like a junior Bill Gaither, but the female version, because I'm a little scatterbrained, but it all finds its center eventually. And but it's
more fun chasing rabbits.
It's
If I see a rabbit going, let's go.
When you said, is that tape there? I thought, it was something important. But for you at that moment, that was a big deal. That was pretty big.
My sister.
Oh, yeah, she's beautiful. Man.
She was 16, 17 then.
Wow.
And Danny passed away with cancer, and she went through leukemia.
Yeah.
And I remember we thought we were going to lose her. But I said,
how many years ago has that been? Like
that was 10, 11 years. She's been free now of it. And we walk together when we're home. We walk.
That is
we
so
walk in the
great,
park,
yeah.
and she'll walk me down. She can walk farther than I can walk.
Because we did that when we did the festival out here last year. She sang with me on Gone the Mountain.
Yeah.
She does a lot of the tracks.
Yeah, somebody was talking to me the other. It made me feel good. They said, "Is Bill gone a lot?" And she said, "Yeah, he's gone a lot, but he calls me every day."
Wow. Well, that's really special. What's the age difference between you two?
Probably about 10 years.
About 10 years, okay. So she's a baby.
It's at least 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But that was our first trio. Wow. She was just 13 or 14, and I would peck out her notes on the piano. I was bossy.
Bill was bossy. I can't imagine that. Like, I don't think bossy. I just think you just like things done well. I don't call that bossy.
Yeah. And then Danny was an unbelievable singer, but I'm afraid I took him and aimed him and said, "This is the way we need to go." And he was so kind. There were times that, that it's kind of like a marriage. Somebody said to Gloria, and said, you ever have any arguments? I love what Jeff Easter says.
Moments of intense fellowship. That's good. That's good. So what do you think Danny would have, like, if you hadn't have directed him musically, what do you think he would have done?
He was very mechanical.
Okay.
Yeah, he could fix.
Wow.
He could fix anything, and that really helped when we got a bus.
Yeah.
He was not a licensed diesel mechanic.
Right, but he knew.
But he knew the basic stuff to do, and you better have somebody on the bus who knows that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty
Because
cool.
the bus is your friend.
Yeah.
You know,
If it's working right.
And if it's
if it's not, then
then
it's not. You're right.
then it's not your friend.
Yeah.
You've also got two fine girls, and in this day and time, it's not easy to raise kids with values
Absolutely.
like patience.
Yeah.
And your little one,
Joy.
patience and joy.
Yeah. Wow. When you just say, I just light up, Fair. Joy just, she just did a solo with the choir. MNU, she goes to Mid-American Nazarene, and there's a balm in Gilead, and the president of the school, Dr. Spittle, sent me a text yesterday and said, I wanted you to know, he said, wherever you are in the world, your daughter blessed the house. And a mom should know that. And Michael and Patience were there, and she's majoring in biology and chemistry. She's really smart, Bill. Like really, really smart. Got it from my hubby, but she does like music and everything, and I'm not forcing her to sing or nothing. So she's doing great in school. She was an RA this year. She's going to be a student chaplain. She's going into her junior year. Can you believe that, Bill?
What's she majoring in?
Biology.
Oh yeah.
And she worked on a cadaver. I was like, Joy, how do you? Worked on a lung, and I could never, I just couldn't do that. But she's a sweetheart. And Patience, of course, thanks to you guys, graduated from Anderson, and she's doing fantastic. She's got her own social media website, film company, writing, and just great.
You know how much Gloria and I value education and the importance of education.
Absolutely.
We were with our grandson Simon the entire weekend. And I said, Simon, help me on a speech that I want to develop into a speech on stewardship.
Yeah.
I said, anytime you mention stewardship, the first thing that comes up is money.
Right.
But I said, what are the other things we're supposed to be good stewards of?
Parenting.
So we started talking our health.
Yes.
There's nothing as sad as somebody saying, can you help me? And you say, I'd like to help you.
Right.
But I can't.
You can't. Yeah.
So maybe physically,
Yes.
when Jesus said, blessed are the meek, he didn't mean weak.
Right.
He meant the person with strength, under constraint.
Yeah.
But when you need the strength, it is there to protect the weak.
Absolutely, Bill. Absolutely.
And so I look at men who are physically strong. They were made to be physically strong, not to hurt the weaker,
Sure, exactly.
but to protect the weak.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about stewardship of the body. Let's talk about stewardship of the mind that God has given. How sad to waste it on drugs or anything, or any kind of information that's going through. That's going to take a good mind that God has given.
Absolutely.
So to be a good steward of your mind, to be a good steward of your influence. Everybody's given some influence to the point that somebody would call you and say, Lynda, do you know anybody at Mid-America University? I've got a son that's trying to get in there, and his grades don't tell at all.
Wow.
But he's got some
so
other.
True. Yeah. That's good. Bill.
And you know what? If you pick up the phone, the president has already written you a note about your daughter. He's going to take something from it.
Absolutely.
But wouldn't it have been terrible if you'd have done something with your influence?
And just messed that up. Yeah.
And he says, Lynda, who?
Yeah.
So a good steward of your influence.
Yes.
Be a good steward of that. Okay, so we start listing things. Be a good steward of the environment. If you're a good steward of the environment, you're not going to roll down the window and throw out a can.
That's so good, Bill. You're right. I know. I try to do all these things. Absolutely, yes. You're right.
Okay.
That's good.
And because if you keep doing that, and we ruin our
Yes,
environment
yeah.
that God has given
Yeah.
to us. Somebody would say, "Can we do this here?" I said, "No, we can't because we have not been a good steward
That's right.
of the environment here." Okay, so let's finally get to money.
Yes. Yeah.
A good steward of the resources that God has given you. You cannot be generous if you've not been a good steward.
Right. That's right, Bill.
You can't
Yeah.
give it away if you've
Yeah.
not been a good steward.
Absolutely.
So the point, and you know how I preach
I
this
know, I
and
love-
preach
yeah, I
this
love that. I
to
love
artists
that.
to
Yeah.
simply say, God's probably going to bless you here, and you're going to have more money than what you thought you were going to have when you first started. So then we say, thank you very,
Right,
very
and
much.
then manage that.
With Glory and me, we have said, okay, God has honored us
Yes.
and blessed us.
Yes.
Mark kids me about being tight. I said, I'm not tight, Mark. I'm frugal.
Frugal. That's the word. Yep. That's what
I'm
my
a-
husband says too. We're the same.
I'm a good steward
Yeah.
of what God has given me, so that when the time comes, in our case,
Yes.
we've put not all of our money that we save back, but a lot of it for higher education, and not only for higher education, but for minority scholarships.
Yeah.
And we have done that on
Yeah.
purpose. Now here again, the saddest thing that anybody can say to anybody is, I'd like to help you, but I've not saved my money and I owe this.
Right.
We all have monthly bills.
Sure, absolutely.
But I tell the kids, don't get your lifestyle
Right.
bills
So high,
up so high that
yes,
the water's like
yes.
here, and then the first
And you're
storm,
drowning.
the first storm that comes along, you're dead.
Sinking, yeah.
You're not
Absolutely.
you're not only in trouble, you're dead.
You're gone. Absolutely, Bill.
You're dead. So, how did I get on that?
You know what? But you know what? Just stewardship. I think that's great. We were just talking about patience and joy in school, and you're beautiful, Simon. Just saying there are other areas of stewardship besides money. But I was going to say, when you said the influence thing, Bill, was just so good, because I never forget when years ago, and I was school and with my parents, and you're being out in public, and I go, I'm not going to just try to do right because of a relationship with Christ. I know my parents, their name. It mattered to me that I would try to behave in such a way, and even with you. And I say this even if you weren't sitting here. I feel I feel indebted in a great way, because you've taken someone you didn't really know me per se, you know what I'm saying? But you allowed me to come and sing, and this is the platform God's given you. And so I've tried to behave in such a way that I don't make you look bad, I don't make Glory look bad. And that means we're not living,
That's important.
It's I don't want somebody to say, yeah, that girl that sings, yeah, she sings down on the mountain, but let me tell you what she does at night. So that's,
Well,
it's important to me.
Let me give an example, because we've been doing this for 40 years now, and I'll never forget the time when we kept getting reports that one of the troops that was traveling with us, that was a troop, singular was,
Yeah.
Okay.
He's getting it right. That's good.
Okay. Siri said, "Who do you want to text?" And
Whom?
I said, "Whom?" One day, she said, "What do you want to say to whom?" I'm serious.
That would be Siri.
Okay.
She's pretty brilliant.
She's kind of nasty. At
Yeah.
this. But anyway, where was I?
You were. Okay. Yeah.
We had got
coffee shop.
We had got word back that a person who was ahead, who was responsible for one group, who was one of 10 groups who was on the road, was going into the hotel and said, "What do you mean our rooms are not available? We're part of the Gaither group."
Oh, wow.
And she said, "The rooms are not available. I don't care what your name is. I wish they were. They are not available." And I will say he or she was kind of being.
Yeah, they throw that around.
And you know who it reflected on?
Yeah.
It reflected on
And
us.
I know,
when I found out about it, I talked to the person.
Yeah.
And I said,
"That's not how we behave out here. No, that's not what we do."
That's not our spirit.
Yeah.
But you know what? When we go across the border to Canada to do a program, and I think of all the truck drivers who are involved with this, 5 or 6, all the bus drivers, 7 or 8, and all the different people going across the border, I say, "Oh Lord,
yes, just
may they show the Spirit of Christ."
Please. When we went on the tour with you and Gloria to Thomas Jefferson's place or whatever,
Monticello.
Yeah. We got back. We were coming back into the concert area, and your name was on the big marquee. We're in the car with Bill Gaither and Gloria and my family, and the guy at the gate wouldn't let us in. And I'm thinking, look, he's paying your bill tonight. He's right. But Bill was so Bill, you were so cool.
He was doing his job.
He was doing his job, and I just said, I said, the guy, his name's up there. He's here. This is him. And so I was just trying to say that modestly, but yeah.
You're kind. You're
but you were
Come
so
on in, folks.
You didn't know.
Anytime we got a paying customer, we'll take them.
But you didn't say in the car, I'm Bill Gaither. Look, you're having this concert tonight, but you were so cool. So we were the ones that we were just kind of like, hey, this guy, this name's on the marquee. This is him, and you were really. So I love that, and that's how we roll.
Well, and I appreciate those guys and gals.
They're doing
just
their job.
they are just doing their job.
Yeah.
Lynda,
I love you.
you are a sweetheart,
Thanks,
and it's
Bill.
always good to be. And I love your Michael. Your hubby Michael.
I do too.
And that other Mike.
Mike Tait. He's not bad.
He's not bad.
This was fun. This was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. Love it. Cool. Yay.
Come on in, folks.
You're so sweet, Bill. You're so sweet. Thank you.
If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out the other great clips on the Gaither Music TV channel.